Alright. Good morning. It's Friday.
Those are Mongos eggs. We can let those dry out a little bit and burn. Did you see these?
I did not. What do we got?
Keel Blake. I believe it was Keel that sent these. I couldn't find the envelope.
And I have your. Oh, it's a disconnected arm. I just realized it's cut.
It's a severed arm. Says, "Can I have your watch when you're dead?"
Yeah. He made those for you.
I don't know how many he made, but no telling.
That's awesome.
Clearly, that's not my watch. I don't have a gold watch.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Maybe it's a hint.
That's
He
pretty
needs
cool.
you to get a gold one so it'll be okay. That way, when you lose your arm, you'll have one he wants.
Maybe that's it.
I don't know if you saw. Kent Rush, congratulations. Got engaged last night.
I tried to share the post,
They got.
and I couldn't share her post. Tell him what the post said. It was pretty cool the way
Yeah.
he did.
So I knew.
Thought. Clearly, he didn't come up with that on his own.
We talked about this.
No, yeah.
And so we Kent had devised this plan, and it's we talked about it. I thought it was awesome. He got engaged last night. He and his wife to be Kristen had been together for some time. They're awesome people, and so Kent has arranged a rock throw from his house, and you go down to it anyway. There's a platform. You can shoot. They practice F class there, and so they do this all the time. So this was not a big thing to her. He was like, "Hey, let's go down. I want to shoot this rifle. I did something to it. Blah blah blah." So she shoots too. She goes down.
How far is the range?
1,000 yards if you want it to be.
Out his back door.
Yeah, it's you take a little bit of a walk or a ride down there, and it's right there. And anyway, he had the target set up, and he said, "Go ahead and take a look through that." He was like, "I want you to see if it's comfortable or something to that effect." And she did, and the target was already through the optic end. It said, "Will you marry me?" And or marry me ? Question mark.
Yeah, he didn't give her a choice. It was a statement.
She, of course, I'm sure looked back, and he was sitting there waiting. He said, "Well, open your ammo box." When he opened the ammo box, one round was in there, and it said "Rush" on a pelter wrap in there, and then it said, or it had the ring on the round, and so she got one shot. And there's a picture of the steel target too, and you can see the hit on the target where she actually.
One said yes, one said no.
Yeah, she had to shoot yes, but I'm sure Kent was probably like, "If you don't hit that target, this ain't never gonna work." So, anyway, they did. They got engaged. So, congratulations to them. I'm happy for them.
He texted me last night. I don't know, 10 o'clock probably.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sitting here doing emails, and he said, "Hey, I got engaged." I said, "Congratulations. What's his name?" And he said, "I'll put it on Facebook in a little while, so don't tell anybody yet until we tell the parents."
Yeah.
I said, "Cool." I said, "Well, what about that girl that you run around with? She's gonna be really upset." And he never fucking replied to none of that. We talked for a while, but he just skipped over those pieces.
Silly mother. But yeah, I thought it was a cool idea. We had talked about it a couple weeks ago, and he couldn't decide when he was going to do it. And he was nervous, Kristen. Kent was nervous, and so he was very excited to do that. He might not think he gets nervous, but he does. But anywho,
That's cool.
yeah. What else? Can we show the new rigs and kayaks?
Yeah, show.
I like this stuff a lot. A lot of people asking about it.
So
Right when you put them up.
We put these up on auction last night. I put one up, and the auction went. I haven't closed it. The high bid right now on it's $450.
It's badass.
So we only built a couple of them. One of them already shipped to Japan. We gave it to a friend of ours. We got a couple of other pieces of stuff also. That shit's pretty cool.
That's got Justin Sounders written all over it.
Blue schoolgirl plaid. I don't see
He could wear boat shoes and a collared shirt with
this
it.
Justin did not come into my mind one fucking time until you guys just said that a minute ago. And I look at it and I don't see Justin. It's not weird enough. Show the cocks.
We got the plaid cock. purple.
Cheetah.
Yeah, purple cheetah. Purple animal prints. Little fuzz on it. And got a cock in the new, or the old woodland, however you want to say it. New for you guys.
Marine Corps woodland.
Pretty sweet. I like the new pattern. It's very good. It's actually a good pattern for it around here because we have so much green.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
the Cryptek and the multicam.
Well, they look better, but as far as like, yeah, I like the old. I like the old stuff.
Throw, cool. Open that box up. I'm hoping to use that if it's not too deadly.
What is it? No.
You'll see. Read it. Who's it from?
It's from Palo Alto Firefighters. It's pepper sauce. Pepper sauce?
They sent a shitload of it. Hopefully it's not.
I was gonna say. I hope this
if it's
isn't
really hot, you're eating it. Oh shit! They sent fucking.
Yeah.
What is that? 2 gallons of it?
Yeah, there's a lot of it. It's 2 64-ounce jugs. One is habanero XX, and the other one is original. So you can eat the habanero. God, I can smell this in
Let me see the
little baby ones.
That's fucking cool that they got their own little blister packs made of these. I want some SOE condiments. Palo Alto Firefighters pepper sauce. Service through coverage. That's pretty cool that they have them in their own little Taco Bell packs.
I was like, so it's like the regular little packets.
And then they sent 2 of these big ass jugs.
Yeah, you can smell it.
Service through coverage. Is there a website on here? If you guys want to check this out. It's Palo Alto Firefighters.com.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
www.
Yeah, www. Palo Alto Firefighters.
Okay, so which one's the...
I know, that's what I'm looking for, because it says they're labeled. There's 2 different part numbers in here.
Well, you're going to have to just
that one says habanero.
Taste test.
No, that says habanero. So I do not want that one.
Is it super spicy, you think?
Habanero sauce?
Well, maybe they cooked maybe the seeds aren't in it.
That's true. I'll let you... you can test it. I'm sensitive. More so than you to peppers.
So,
I'll do a dab in this other.
So we called in here and have them taste it.
If you can drink 1 cup of this, we'll eat it. You gonna have all the guys in here and do a pepper test, and we'll all do a tablespoon of it?
I'm not fucking doing that. Not to mention, I need them guys to work.
They'll work. They'll just cry a lot more.
No, I need them to... I want their vision to be not blurred by tears.
This smells really good. This smells like nonsense.
See that? Waft it. Don't ever...
Yeah, but it smells like Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Don't go covering all your food with that.
No. You don't take much. If it's like it really smells like hot dogs. I'm kind of excited about that taste. Now, if I panic, we'll know that I made a mistake. Nope, it's really good. Thank you guys. This is very good. This will be a good change on the eggs, among other things. Not sure about that. I think maybe not.
Why?
It just depends on the flavor that you want. I like it. It's not real strong, but it's good. I'm glad because I don't want it overly. So Kent likes this thing. There's a Mexican restaurant in Jackson. He goes and eats, and it's the peppers for the bullfighters. Do you know what this? It's a name. So Kent knows Spanish evidently. I didn't know that, but he even speaks in accent when he talks to a waitress.
Kent just knows enough Spanish to make me think he knows Spanish.
He knows a lot of Spanish. Like, he was talking and I was like, why are you talking like that? And then he was like, because he had a lot of Mexican workers for his dad when he did contracting, and so he had to be able to speak to everybody.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And, but anyway, he said most real Mexican places, if it's authentic, will have this thing, and it's the peppers for the bullfighters. And but he says it in Spanish. But they were extremely hot if they're done right, he said. And anyway, I
It
just
does have a good flavor.
yeah, it's good. It's
There's
sweet.
a lot of vinegar in it.
Yeah, it's not overly spicy, but it's sweet.
Yeah, it's good.
I wonder how hot the habanero is.
I don't know. I'm not gonna find out. That right there has a little. My head's sweating.
It's gradual. Like as I've eaten more, it's getting hotter.
Yeah, it's got a good flavor.
But yeah, I think it would be good on like other stuff. Like eggs is kind of you were only gonna taste the hot sauce because there's no flavor in eggs whatsoever.
Well, these eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. What else you got?
We shipped out a ton of shit yesterday. Me and Amanda spent the entire day shipping orders. I made it about, finally after I got everything else through, all the sailcocks that had the Maricock and the patches, I went into just the envelopes with just the patches. There's like 200 of those.
There's still fucking a thing of them in there.
I did two tubs of them. I
Yeah.
told the man, I was like, I'm glad these. It looked like less because there were less small tubs.
Yeah.
So I put them in bigger tubs, but there's about 50 in each tub. Because when I left last night, we were around 275 for the day. So.
But that's after. That's $275 after I haven't already gone to the post office.
Yeah. But it's a lot of envelopes, and the only thing about the envelopes, you're talking about the patch guys. It doesn't take any less time to package an envelope than it does a box that's bigger than an envelope.
Yep.
It just has less in it.
Yeah,
So envelopes add up super fast.
Envelopes fucking anywhere from a $10 patch to a $100 order in an envelope, but it still takes the same as shipping a fucking $1,000 order.
Yeah. But we are working on them. There's just a bunch of them. A bunch of the the Rebel Flag stuff, all that. Our Dixie Pride patches or whatever, but they are going quickly.
We still have we got a bunch more of those shirts. We got a bunch more of the Rebel Flag shirts.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of them, boxed and things like that. I boxed a bunch the other day because they had the patches with them, and so I was waiting on the patches.
So we just hadn't pulled them yet.
Right. And so I went through and I boxed a whole bunch.
Okay, so maybe we don't.
Yeah. I don't know how many are online, but all that stuff is going out. But our sewers and our cutters have been on it this week, and I have a ton of shit.
My whole face is fucking sweating. My hair is soaking wet.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't shake it until you got all the hot that's in the bottom, and I got the not so hot that's sitting on top. It's settled.
A lot of dudes off the video yesterday when I said, hey, if you're waiting on a cop rig, we have 120 of these in Coyote. So if you send us an email saying, hey, ship Coyote, we'll go ahead and ship your order if it can ship, if it's not waiting on other shit. And then dudes waiting on other color of 12 gauge rigs, I said, hey man, we got 100 OD ones. I literally spent from, you left at 8, Amanda left at 9, I spent till 10 o'clock from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock last night just answering those emails.
Yeah.
Like all that shit that I was bringing in there, every one of them was a fucking 12 gauge or cop rig. And all that shit sitting on the floor back there.
Yeah, I got that all.
I just didn't know which cockpit was which sales code, and it was easier to sort it and let you do that part.
Yeah.
But all of those were fucking cop rigs, and that was, hey, we got this, but I don't have this fucking OD sling. I can send you a Coyote one. All those shit. All that's ready to go. But you still got even doing that video, dudes emailed me.
Well, do you have multicam?
Yeah.
I knew that's what you were gonna say.
Yeah, I'm waiting on this cop rig. Do you have this color? No, motherfucker. We just shot a video. Told you we had Coyote. And then they'll go, well, I'll take the Coyote cop rig so this order will ship. Yeah, that's awesome. Except for that fucking Typhon NSW rig you have on order. Do you not fucking watch the video? You just don't comprehend? Like, you probably shouldn't have this gear. That means you got a gun someplace you shouldn't have. Somebody might have to rely on you one day thinking you have that gun.
I didn't know you were completely inept. You wanna work out today? We're gonna do chest?
I was actually thinking about not going to the gym today. I do want to do chest today, but
Friday.
Friday's
Friday's a rush day.
I got so many fucking
Mm-hmm.
belt orders and shit going on down there.
Yeah, I'm pretty swamped. The amount of gear they sent up this week was impressive.
Look at, there's a mouse in this trash can. He's just chilling too. He's like 5'. Here, have some eggs, buddy.
How did he get in there?
Well, see this here? This is a liner.
Oh.
And there's about a 1/2 inch gap. And I think they crawl up from the foot entrance there where the foot thing is.
They smell it.
And there's a little hole in there that's meant to hold other baggies in, so when you pull one bag out, there's another one hanging there. I think that's how he got in there.
That's so funny. It's like, yeah,
He's just chilling.
eating those French fries, old French fries.
I'll take them and put them in one of the ladies' cars.
Here, you go home with her.
Go home. You with the other mice.
What else?
Nothing specific. It's not another whole nother video on its own. Cody comes home tomorrow.
Yeah,
Babyhead comes home tomorrow.
I'm sure they're ready.
Got some farm shit to do out at the farm this weekend, I guess.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know, just farm stuff. Just shit needs doing.
Drive the tractor.
By the time you finish mowing fucking part of the property, by the time you end, the fucking part you started is ready to mow again.
Yeah, it's supposed to be hot too.
Is it?
We're not supposed to get rain for 7 days.
Maybe I won't mow yet then.
Yeah.
So we don't have a lot of topsoil in some places, like on the hill out there. There's not a lot of topsoil because we pushed a bunch of it and moved it. And a lot of Camden is gravel pits. There are gravel pits all over the place. Where literally,
there's not a lot of topsoil anywhere in Canada.
yeah, there's a lot of property here you can buy really inexpensive. The problem is it's a gravel pit. So to grow anything there, you would literally have to bring in soil or make soil. And that's what we're doing right now. We got a lot of vegetation that's growing that keeps sprouting back up, but it's not what we want there. But there's not topsoil. So you have to either bring in topsoil or take the shit growing and chop and drop it. And that's basically what we're doing mowing. I look at the schedule. You don't want to cut everything really low and then have no water hit it because it's going to dry the ground out. It'll end up blowing away dust and shit. So a day or two before you know it's going to rain, and pretty much, scheduling nowadays with the weather predictions, it's pretty spot on, especially around here.
Yeah,
you know it's going to fuck it. If it didn't rain today, it'll rain tomorrow. So I mow it and cut everything down, and that shit sits there and rots and decays, and eventually it becomes topsoil from just doing that. And then we'll take shit like out of the goat pen and the wood shavings and all that stuff, we'll take and scoop that and put it up on top of the hill too. So it rots and becomes soil, and eventually we'll till that in a little bit and then plant, the grass or whatever we want in there. So it does take a lot of time, and I don't mind fucking mowing at all. I don't mind running any of that equipment. So you can already start to see it though. Like
the grass is a lot thicker at the base of the hill now.
Yeah,
a whole lot thicker.
When we first walked on the property, like the brush and shit, all the vegetation was so overgrown, we didn't even know there was pine trees up on that hill. Like you literally couldn't. I had no fucking clue there were pine trees on the hill where they're there now. It was that tall. So having cut all that shit down and hauled all the the tree shit out of there, and then just all the rest of it, we just cut it down. There's a lot of other shit in there growing with that. Then we just keep it cut short, and eventually it dies out and the grass takes over. And we'll add a bunch of clover and grass up to the top, and the clover will bring deer in, and the clover is a legume, and it adds nitrogen to the soil and allows the other shit to grow. It does a lot of different stuff. So
that's actual farming.
Well, actual, yeah.
Yeah,
well,
landscaping, trying to establish a
that's
landscape.
more natural. Actual farming is fucking plow this shit out, put a bunch of shit down that kills everything. Only one thing will grow in it.
Get your treatments from Monsanto and put a bunch of shit in your soil and.
For real.
Yeah. No. That's
we're gonna round all this shit up. Only one thing will grow here. You have to buy the seed from us because you used our fucking Roundup, and we got a seed that is fucking not affected by Roundup. And nothing will ever grow here again. So you've killed the soil, and Monsanto, even though it has your name on the deed, Monsanto owns your soil.
That's for real.
It's got a glow fucking fish gene in there. It's got and then there's seed. So if you grow the crop and harvest the seed, there's a fucking terminator gene in there. So that as you're growing seed from their plants, it dies. It doesn't fucking.
It won't germinate back.
Nope. It fucking terminates.
So you have to get more seed.
Look up terminator gene. Like fucking no bullshit.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, for them.
It's cool for them, except the conspiracy theorist part of it. Like when you start looking at it, like all your open air pollination stuff, all your heirloom shit, it's dying out.
Doesn't even matter anymore.
Like if we come to find out that this food fails fucking 10 years from now or whatever, you don't have the ability or the seed stores any longer to produce that. Like you have a whole world famine thing. Like when you start looking at, you want to see some crazy conspiracy shit. And we got buddies that farm and they do stuff with Monsanto and they rely on Monsanto and they'll tell you that Monsanto is the fucking best thing in the world for them. And financially for, farming, it probably was. But when you look at the other side of it, holy shit, there's some scary shit out there.
You don't get something for nothing.
No.
That's how it is.
And we're fucking around with the genes of this stuff. Like they put a glowfish gene in there. Like we don't know 15, 20 years from now what that's going to do.
We always find out later.
And all that residual Roundup that's in that food, what's that going to do to you in 15, 20 years?
Yeah. We try to improve things a lot, and we usually find out 15 years down the road, we're like, oh.
It's just like I Am Legend. They came out, we cured cancer.
Sort of.
Yeah, we cured it.
We just created something else. There's no more us either.
Yeah, there's just fucking zombies.
That's a real thing. That's what in school, whenever I was in molecular genetics, like we did stuff, and like ethically, like people would be like, and like, is this really good? Because we were reading about stuff. We didn't even have a book because everything was always new. But we were playing with how to splice genes and plug things in and make things do what you want.
Let's talk about there's pictures going around Facebook. They've been around for years, but they're popping up. I'm just recently seeing them. There are animals, cows, that have so much muscle.
Oh yeah.
Literally, their eyelids have muscle.
Yeah.
What is that?
That was myostatin inhibition. We were talking about it yesterday for whatever reason, because follistatin will stop myostatin from working anyway. But it's pretty cool if you actually look it up. What myostatin does, it actually enables the body to keep regrow and keep developing new muscle.
It's not just volumizing existing muscle cells.
Yeah, it's making new
shit.
Yeah. So whenever you see, if you look up myostatin and you look, they've done it to like a dog and like some beef cows and stuff like that, and like they're really just experimenting. Some people, like when I was in school, would be like that's ethically wrong because you're doing a testing on an animal. But like I'd rather them test on an animal.
No shit.
Like you gotta test on something.
Yeah.
But that's the same thing they do with all the medical stuff. Like when we develop a new drug, and then you find out a few years later, like there's like a commercial about it. Did you take this and this during this and this time, and it's causing this? Then contact us. Like that's exactly what that's about.
Do you think for one fucking second that these drug companies aren't offshore testing someplace? It's just like,
oh yeah, you have.
It's just like the container ships that are holding. We don't fucking house terrorists. We don't use Guantanamo Bay. We don't have the terrorists aren't on U.S. soil. No. They're floating around in the fucking ocean on freighter ships and fucking containers and shit. Like, that shit is real. Do you think for one, well, we don't test in Japan and, we've got these embargoes